Right after I finished recording my gear grind video, I noticed my S2000 became extremely sluggish off the line. I realized I was a lot closer to my friend Jack's house than to my mechanic. He mentioned having similar issues with his S2000 in the past, so I decided to go there first. I pulled over when my car began to backfire, but it quickly went away. I did my best to drive gently and avoid hard acceleration. And then, disaster struck. I ended up having issues almost exactly where you see these traffic notices on the map. I couldn't record the issues for safety reasons, but you can see it pretty well here. First, my clutch became mushy, and it became almost impossible to shift gears. Next, I couldn't get beyond third gear, so I had to take the first exit I could find. Then, I lost my clutch pedal entirely, leaving it semi-engaged at all times. I was able to start the engine and limp at about 15 miles per hour before breaking down in the University of Maryland, Baltimore-Washington Medical Center parking lot. But thankfully, my friend Jack had a solution. Uh-oh, too corroded?
No. I think it's bent. That's the issue.
So the goal here is to actually attach the towing strap to the hook here to my friend's mom's RAV4 so we can get it back to his place.
Alright, try to keep that with as much tension on it as possible.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's exactly how I broke mine.
Yeah, I tapped the brakes just for a second, but I did a little too much.
Yeah, just try.
Go really slow?
If you do, just slow down and I will regain tension on it. Oh,
Cool.
That'll break that really quick.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, hold on.
I am moving.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to regain the tension.
Yeah.
There we go.
So far, so good. Just trying to keep the tension on. Know the exact legality of all this, but I mean, it's working better than I expected.
Alright, we're coming. We should be able to cross this.
Ooh.
That was bad. Alright, they're starting to slow down up there.
Pushing the car back because the strap broke. Almost there.
For the first time, mine's not the broken one.
Yeah. Crazy. Austin just noticed the couple drops of oil that are probably from my car. Man, I hope it's not a crack block. What do you think?
No idea.
No idea.
There's something on that though. Oh wait, no.
Could be a bad drain plug maybe, right?
Where is that coming
The engine meets the trans, really?
Yeah.
Could that somehow have affected the trans today too?
Maybe, but you weren't really having issues with your trans, you were having issues with your clutch.
True.
And I don't think that would have affected the pressure that you're getting in your clutch.
Yeah.
It might have been making it grind, but it wouldn't have... Well, that's your trans fluid's dry. But yeah, it's leaking from right here. Where are you, Mr. Sleeve Cylinder? You're under here. There you are. This is going to be hot. I'm not looking forward to it. Ow.
Hot fluid?
No, the transmission itself is hot.
Well, at least it was out of gear. I think it might still be slightly in gear, but who knows.
That bin over there, or go over to the right side of your car.
Yeah.
There is, it's a little red drawer. It's got all of the sockets and wrenches and shit in it.
Oh, yeah.
Bring that whole drawer over here.
Can do. Tire iron. Heavy as hell.
That's okay. I've tossed that thing across the garage more than a few times.
Yeah.
Alright.
You need like an 8 or a 9.
Oh, maybe. Best solution for that? Oh, whatever. It's cool.
It's going in the oil now. I don't see it.
Yeah, it's going. It's a thin line. It's a very small bleeder.
Getting the fuel pump out is way harder than we thought. We're having to take out the center console, plastic over the roll bars.
Is there a screw in there?
Just to get the that back tray out, so we can actually lift the fuel pump high enough. If that tray was even a little higher, or the fuel pump was a little lower, it would be okay, but yeah.
That was not
Way harder than I thought. So I think this is the first S2000 fuel pump removal without taking out the tray. Jack nailed it by using a jack from his S2000. We lifted the tray up just enough. I don't know if I can recommend this as far as reliability's sake and breaking the plastic, but my pins were like rock hard, my tabs, so I couldn't get them out. But man, Jack got it. Now it's time to rebuild the sucker with the new pump. Let's do it. Yeah, there's the one tomorrow, I think.
We can always just pause the video.
Let's fish that connector out. See? Can you fish that to the right? That's the missing connector.
video out.
Alright, day 3. This is the original fuel pump. I'm assuming original to the car. Looks like someone tried to get it out, but couldn't. But yeah, this thing has seen better days. We also found out that the sender had a broken wire. So we bought another fuel pump assembly for cheap, used, at my friend Lee C's place. Lee C Parts. And yeah, we're going to see if that sender and all that can attach to the fuel pump that I bought, because we already bought a new fuel pump. And go from there. Yeah, check that out. That's been broken for a while.
Well, that's what I was thinking, is like you weren't getting proper fuel. What it probably was, is it probably wasn't fully broken. That thing was probably hanging on by a thread.
Yeah.
And when we went to pull it out, that final thread broke and it fell.
Yeah.
I guarantee you is what happened.
Because it was a volume issue. It would get up the pressure, but then it wouldn't stay. So I don't know why, but I guess that's why, you know, the pump may have actually been still working or on its last leg, but it didn't know how to maintain the volume. Makes sense now. We had to ransack this interior to get everything out. That last tray is awful. But now we can move it enough. You can see here. We can move it enough to get our arms in there. Put everything in nice and neat. And go from there.
Probably shouldn't have connected those, didn't it?
It's easier to see the screws though today, right? Where they go.
What did you say?
It's easier to see where the screws go today because we were doing it blind yesterday, right?
Yeah. Well, I can see everything. And I thought that would be a big help, but it's surprisingly not.
We're gonna work the clutch. Please be better than yesterday. Yesterday we got some pressure in the bottom half of it, roughly. Is it getting better? going to do a startup, cold start, just got here. Hasn't been ran in about a week. You're going to hear some rattling coming from the trans, but I'll wiggle the shifter so you can hear and tell that it's definitely coming from the clutch area, because the clutch is like sort of halfway engaged. That's why I think it might be the throw-out bearing, the clutch, I don't even know. Very well. The rattlings come from right here. You know, compression's great. It already goes down to the, you know, good idling RPM pretty quick. No fluttering, no sputtering, nothing. Just, you know, needs the clutch to not be halfway engaged.